Hey everyone, so we just got back from our first family vacation. We went to Cabo and we took the little baby on a flight and we were successful, so I'm gonna share it with you. So we chose Cabo because it's a really great place. I mean, it's safe there as far as Mexico goes. Everybody's always worried and stuff. I tend to feel that Mexico is safe in general, but Cabo is just an extension of Los Angeles basically, and you go there, you can relax, you know everything's gonna get taken care of. So we chose Cabo. It's only a 2-hour flight, so that's also a big bonus for first flight for a baby. I was really nervous, obviously, about taking the baby on a flight because it was the first time. I definitely overpacked, but that's okay. It turned out fine. I used the baby Bjorn to go through LAX, and that was great because I got to walk right through security. They didn't make me take him out or anything like that. And I was hands-free the whole time, so we were able to carry our luggage and everything. We had just enough time to kind of like get through security and everything. And then I took the baby to the restroom, changed him, solid, got on the flight. Definitely got some looks from people about like having the baby next to them, but he was fine. Totally sat on my lap, slept most of it, ate when he needed to because I'm still breastfeeding. So, you know, it was pretty chill actually. And again, it's a 2-hour flight. We landed in Cabo and it never fails. There is this terrible customs line. So terrible. Like, it is just a really, really, really long line. Like, you can count on being in that line for at least an hour. We were lucky we had our Baby Zen Yo-Yo Plus stroller, which I have talked about several times. That thing folds up. You can put it in the overhead compartment so you don't have to wait. You know, you don't have to gate check in, then wait while everybody else is deplaning and you have to wait for your stroller to get here. It's like you just get right off that flight. We had called ahead to our resort. We chose to stay at the resort at Pedregal. We had called ahead and had them help us arrange a car service just because we had the baby. We just didn't want to have to mess around with things and we needed a car seat. They sent a car that had a car seat. You know, just because they have a car seat doesn't mean they know how to use a car seat, because obviously they probably don't do it too often. So it took a second. We had to help the guy figure out how to, you know, put the car seat in. He was trying to do it front facing, and then I was like, no, it's gotta be rear facing, and then he had to like redo the whole thing, and then we had to figure out how to tighten the straps and stuff. You know, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we got a car seat. It worked out. The resort was gorgeous. We had actually stayed there before for our very first wedding anniversary, and this time we thought might as well do it again because first off, it was our 6th wedding anniversary, so we've been married for 6 years, yeah! It was also my husband's birthday weekend, so it was kind of perfect to go spend this quality time with the family. It's been, you know, 5 months since I've actually chilled out because I've been with the baby, and even before that when I was pregnant, it's like, you don't really chill out. We're like, let's get a dope room, let's hang out at the resort, and let's just enjoy the beach and chill. And that was exactly what we did. The resort is gorgeous. It is on the water, just like a lot of the resorts in Cabo. The service is fantastic there. It tends to be a little bit more windy there, and it's a little bit cooler than the rest of Cabo, I feel like. But again, we didn't want it too hot for the baby. Our room was absolutely gorgeous. It was actually bigger than my first apartment here with my husband. Our first condo together is actually bigger than that. So you walk in, they have this like king size bed that's right next to this patio that overlooks the ocean, and then there's a little dipping pool, which was perfect. We knew it had that dipping pool, so we can go with Nikash into the pool and stuff and not have to worry about the big pool with all the other people in it. We were welcomed by a brand new little bottle of Clase Azul tequila, which is my husband's favorite right now. Huge bathroom, bigger than the bathroom I have now. 2 vanities, like just nice. You could open it up. There's like bathtub and a shower, and it opens up to the patio also. You know, you could shower and basically just show yourself off to the world. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful room to hang out in. There are other pools on the properties. So there's a adult pool that's got like a swim-up bar, which we spent some time at. There's another pool that's just like in general, because there are still a lot of people that brought their kids too. I'm pretty sure all the rooms there had their own little dipping pool, so that's a big bonus because we spent a lot of time there. My husband loved it because it's just overlooking the ocean. It's an infinity pool. That's where we played with the baby in there and stuff, and one of his first pool experiences. It was pretty awesome. We did go downstairs to the restaurant. Every morning we did breakfast because it was included with the room. So they had this beautiful buffet, and you could just request whatever you wanted to eat too, as far as like the eggs go and everything. And we would bring him with us to breakfast. And then there's this beautiful restaurant on the resort called El Farallon, and it is gorgeous. It is on the water, kind of like on a cliff. That's what we did for my husband's birthday. We got a babysitter, which you guys, I didn't think I'd be into random babysitter on the trip, but you know, when you have a babysitter that's like recommended by a friend, in this case it was a babysitter recommended by a friend, but also she's a babysitter that works for one of the really nice resorts in Cabo, and I had this realization, like, they've also vetted these people, they put their name on it. She was absolutely wonderful. We used her for 2 days, and it kind of helped make the trip a really nice vacation because we got to go out to dinner and not stress about it. Even though we weren't far away, we were still on the property. It was nice to go to this beautiful restaurant because it's very romantic. Even people that aren't staying at the resort make reservations for this place. It's just kind of like on the edge of like a cliff sort of, and it overlooks the ocean. You walk up, there's like a little champagne bar, so we got some champagne and toasted. And then you go through kind of like a line first. They have you pick whatever you want to have for your main dish. So it's like any type of fish, or if you want steak, like they have all their different types of fish laid out in front of you. And then so after you choose that, you pick your sides and everything, and then they seat you, and then there's just music playing and everything, and you just enjoy it. It's a beautiful, beautiful view. We had, you know, my husband went fancy. He did surf and turf. I got little tiny lobster tails. I had arranged with the concierge ahead of time and told them that it was his birthday, so they brought out the dessert with a little candle and everything. They didn't know how to pronounce his name, Arun, so they were like, "Happy birthday to you," and then they got to his name and they're like, so I was like, Arun. But that worked out. It was fun. Also during the day when we had the babysitter, we would go and spend some time at the pool. They have a gorgeous spa. It is by far one of my favorite spa experiences so far. Not because it was any better than, not because the massage was any better than any spa I'd been to, but because it was a good massage and it's right on the water. Like you can hear this pool that's kind of like a water fountain going, and then you can hear the ocean just, you know, going, and it's, I don't know, there was just something about it, like the ambiance and the sound and everything was just so relaxing. You know, you can dip into their mineral pool, it's a hot tub, and then there's also a big pool. And then the rest of the weekend, we chilled out, and that was the whole point, and it was so awesome. The baby slept so much more than I expected him to. I think he just liked that sound of the waves crashing and everything at night, and having that fireplace going. He was obsessed with the fireplace. And it was just nice. Like we did little things, like we messed around, like we put him in this cute little Hawaiian outfit even though we were in Mexico, and we got him like a little sombrero and a little mustache pacifier, and you know, my husband was a little bit of a bad influence on him, got him drinking right away. I'm kidding, he's not drinking, but you know, we took a little picture of it though. The very last day that we were there, we decided to finally leave the resort because we maybe had a little too much of just being there. And we had the babysitter still, so we went out to a place called Flora Farms, and it's a beautiful restaurant. It's been there for a few years now, and you have to take a drive. It's like a 40-minute drive from where we were, so that kind of deters people sometimes from going there. But it's totally worth the trip. So I recommend going during the day for lunch. I think that's actually the only time you can go. I'm not sure if they do dinner. It's truly a farm right on the outskirts of Cabo, and they produce a lot of their own ingredients and everything. So everything you're eating, we got a pizza for instance, all the herbs and everything, that's all grown there, and it's really, really awesome because you can take a little walk on the farm. They have cool little shops and stuff. There was like a cafe and wine bar. There was even like a James Purse store. They make their own like bath products there, and the food is really good. So I recommend Flora Farms. You don't necessarily have to live there. You can just go and eat, and I really highly recommend it because it's a great restaurant. And then it was time to go. So back to the car service again. Had to, play around with a little bit with a car seat, and then made it to the airport, changed that diaper, had a few poopies that went on, but the baby slept through the whole flight, and that was pretty much a godsend because it was easy. One note about the baby Bjorn, it was awesome going through LAX because they didn't make me take it off, but at Cabo's airport, I was walking up to security and the guy was like, the baby needs to be out, you need to take that off. So that was annoying because then I suddenly didn't have my hands free, and I was expecting that. So that's one note about it. Otherwise, I think it was a successful trip. No big anything. It was just nice and tranquil and Cabo and awesome. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more of my vacation vlogs. It's kind of a new thing for me. I've never really put up anything from my trips, but I can. If you guys like this, I can even start to get a little bit better at it. Just let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!